वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
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 यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे
जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे
जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरांग
निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिविराजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमान श्री वेंकटेश्वर सभा चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की थाय गौर प्रेम नंदी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 18th chapter, verse number 1. Lord Vamana Deva, the dwarf incarnation, is the title. Shri Sukau Vacha Itam Virinchastuta Karma Itam Virinchastuta Karma Viryaha Itam Virinchastuta Karma Viryaha Pradurbhabuva Pradurbhabuva Amrutabhu Adityam Adityam Pradurbabhuvamrutamphur Adityam Pradurbabhuvamrutabhur Adityam Chetuhu Bhujaha Shanka Gada Abja Chakraha Chaturbhuja Shanka Gadabja Chakraha Chaturbhuja Shanka Gadabja Chakraha Pishangavasa Nalina Ayatekshanaha Pishangavasa Nalina Ayatekshanaha Pishangavasa Nalina Ayatekshanaha Sri Sukauvacha Ittam Virincha Tata Karma Viryaha Pradurbabhuva Amrutabhu Adityam Chaturbhuja Shankadakadabja Chakraha Pisangavasha Nalinaya Tekshanaha Sri Sukauvacha Ittim Virincha Sutakarma Viryaha Pradurbabhuva Amrutabhur Adityam Chatubhuja Shankadabja Chakraha Pishangavasha Nalinaya Tekshanaha Synonyms. Sri Sukauvacha. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Itam, in this way, Vidincha Sutta Karma Viryaha, the personality of Godhead whose activities and prowess are always praised by Lord Brahma. Pradurbabhuva became manifest. Amrutabhu, whose appearance is always deathless. Adityam, from the womb of Aditi. Sorry. Chaturbhujaha, having four arms. Shankha Gada Abja Chakraha, decorated with conch shell, club, lotus, and disc. Pishangavashaha, dressed in yellow garments. Nalina Ayata Ikshanaha, having blooming eyes like the petals of lotus. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swamy Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sukadeva Goswami said, after Lord Brahma had thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and prowess, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is ever subjected to the death like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. His four hands were decorated with a conch shell, club, lotus, and disc. He was dressed in yellow garments, and his eyes appeared like the petals of a blooming lotus. Translation with repetition. Sukadeva Goswami said, after Lord Brahma had thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and prowess, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never subject to the death like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. His four hands were decorated with a conch shell, club, lotus, and disc. He was dressed in yellow garments, and his eyes appeared like the petals of a blooming lotus. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word Amruta Bhuhu is significant in this verse. The Lord sometimes appears like an ordinary child taking birth, but this does not mean that he is subjected to the birth, death, or old age. One must be very intelligent to understand the appearance and activities of the Lord, Supreme Lord, in his incarnation. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tattvataha. One should try to understand that the Lord's appearance and disappearance and his activities are all Divyam, transcendental. The Lord has nothing to do with material activities. One who understands the appearance and disappearance and activities of the Lord immediately liberated. After giving up this body, he never again has to accept a material body, but is transferred to spiritual world. Takta deham punarjanmanaiti mameti so arjuna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadankitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mugam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayati Kirimit Kupatam De Shri Kurum Dinatar Ektrudam De Shri Radha-Gokulananda Vanchakalpatarubhisya Kripa Sindhubhyevasa Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrindaki Shri Bali Maharaj ki Shri Vamana Dev ki Jayadeva Goswami sings Chalayasi Vikramane Bali Madbhuta Vamana Padhanaka Nira Janita Janabhavana Keshava Druta Vamana Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. The Lord Hari assumes the form of a dwarf Brahmana. All glories to you, wonderful dwarf. By your massive steps you deceive King Bali, and by the Ganges water that has emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you deliver all living beings within this world. So Lord's incarnation was always glorified and multifolded, that to devotees enjoy hearing his pastimes again and again. All of us know Bali Maharaj, all of us know Vamana Dev. Today is Vamana Jayanti. But hearing the pastimes of Lord again and again is like touching the fire which will purify all the humanity. So now this avatara, Vamana Deva avatar, is very special. Here, more than Vamana Deva, is a devotee, Bali Chakravarti was glorified. So Bali Chakravarti, Bali Maharaj, was the embodiment of the divine qualities of a devotee. And if you see the way Bali Chakravarti, Bali Maharaj was glorified, and the way he tolerated all the insults, and still he was determined to give everything to the Lord Hari, was exemplified in these chapters. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 18th, 19th, 20 and 21, these chapters are very crucial to understand, especially the 21st chapter, where Bali Maharaj, when Vamana Dev occupied everything with his 2 steps, and Vamana Dev said, Bali Maharaj, you see, you told you will give 3 steps, but I occupied everything in this world. I occupied with my lower step all the Bhuloka, and with my other step I occupied whole Swarloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, everything. Where is the space for my 3rd step? So because of this cheating act, 3rd step, you will go to hell. Then Bali Maharaj replies, those verses we are going to read. Maybe it is too delayed today. I may not go to that part. Tomorrow I will go to that part. Tomorrow also I will take. It's not possible. So before going to that, how this Bali Maharaj story starts. After Mandar Parvata churning, there are a lot of things come out. Finally Mohini Murti comes, and she gives all Amrita to the Devatas, and demons were not getting Amrita. Then demons were always against Vishnu, so they started again fight with demigods, and demigods also fighting. So during this process, of course demigods are little energetic. Even then these demons headed by whom? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj dissatisfied, he wanted to take away the Indra's seat. They fought together, and Indra defeats them. Again again Rakshasas fought. During this period only, Namuchi, the pastime of Mangalagiri, comes here in this chapter only, where Indra wanted to kill, but there is a voice comes. So this Namuchi Rakshasa cannot be killed by any solid or liquid weapons. He has to be killed by a different weapon, which is not solid. Then he prays Narsimhadev. It is not given in this Narsimhadev and all. By this pastime, we think that he prays Narsimhadev. Narsimhadev appears and he gives him a weapon which is made up of with foam. With the foam weapon, he kills this Namuchi Rakshasa in Mangalaviri temple. So then Bali Chakravarti, Bali Maharaj was defeated by the Indra, and then Bali Maharaj goes back, but he has got a revenge. He wanted to take away the Indra's property, but he is a submissive person. So Bhrugu descendants helped Bali Maharaj to perform a yajna called Viswajit yajna. So this Viswajit yajna, whoever performs, they becomes Viswajit. They conquer the Vishwa. So when they do this sacrifice, the Brahmanas are very powerful devotees. So they did this yajna. During the yajna, the chariot, bow, arrows, many things are useful for fighting comes out of the yajna, and it was gifted to Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj took this, again goes to Indrapuri, Amaravati, to fight with Indra. But this time is very, very ferocious. So much strength he got from the Brahmanas, from yajna. So then Indra couldn't tolerate. So Indra takes advice from Brihaspati, his guru. And Brihaspati told, no, now Bali is in full strength, so you cannot defeat him. Better you take shelter of some place, and when his strength diminished, then you can attack. Now you cannot do anything. So all the demigods took shelter of different places, and Bali Maharaj started ruling the three worlds. So during this time, Indra's mother, what is her name? Indra's mother is, Aditi. From Aditi, Adityas have come. Narayano, Adityo. Dvadas Adityo Jayate. 12 Adityas. So now Aditi was very, very aggrieved, morose, because her sons are not visible. They took shelter of different places. So she started worshipping Kashyapa Muni, Prajapati. So Kashyapa Prajapati came and told, now we cannot, for material things we cannot do anything. So he gives lecture to her, time cannot be stopped. But finally, Aditi didn't listen, she was morose. So he gave her one vrata to perform. That is called Prayovrata. So this Prayovrata is 12 days she performs. The Prayovrata means it's fasting. Just like it is what is that? Dhanurmasa. Dhanurmasa we do know vrata. So Sri Vaishnavas does vrata. Like that it is. Just boil the moong dal, something like that. Maybe I didn't go through the description. Very, very austere. 12 days she performs, and then Lord appears in front of her. And then she posed her problem. So then he agrees to come as a son for Atiti and Kashyapa Prajapati. How he comes, it is see, we don't know. Basically, we think like, two people has to contact and then only. It's not like that. It is a transcendental, it is a different way Lord enters into the womb of Atiti in a spiritual way, and he comes like this. This is the first sloka. This explains how Lords appear. So Lord appears into the womb of, comes into the womb of Atiti, then Brahma starts praying, glorifying the Lord, and then Lord appears. How he appears? He appears with four-handed, with well decorated, just like Krishna appears similarly. Conch shell, club, lotus and disc. It has been given here. Chaturbhuja, Shanka, Gada, Abja, Chakraha. Shanka, Gada, Abja, Chakraha. In four hands he has Shanka. In one hand Shanka. What is the Shanka called? Vishnu's Shanka called what? Panchajanya. What is the Gada called? Kaumadiki. Abja, lotus flower. And Chakra, what is Chakra called? Sudarshan Chakra. So that four, with the four, Pishanga Vasaha. Pishanga means yellow color. Actually it is saffron. It is like, this fruit comes, Kadamba fruit. Kadamba fruit color. That the color. Nalinaya Tekshanaha. His eyes are blooming. Which means effulgent. So if you see some people who chants very nicely in our community, you can see there is an effulgence in their face. That doesn't mean that who chants nicely, but most of people who chants, you can see our devotees. Lot of us got attracted to them. So they actually effulgent face. They may be old, but they have lot of effulgence, so powerful like that. So Lord is very powerful, and He gives His powerful characteristics to His devotees. So like that, Lord appeared, and once when Lord appeared, they were all thinking, Lord appeared like this. Then immediately He changed into a dwarf Brahmana form. Lord changed into a small Vamana with umbrella, deer skin, with Rudraksha, Kamandala, a spiritual effulgent form. This small boy, then immediately he was, as per the Vedic rituals, that Upanayana they perform, and different demigod comes, different items they give, like Lord Surya, Chandra, everybody comes, including Brahma, some rishis. All this, they understood Lord has come, they are happy. Once Lord come, they are obviously happy. So then he immediately he goes to the place where Bali Maharaj was performing yajna to get more power. Yajna is performed to get more power, so that enemies cannot attack, or he can attack the enemies. So Bali Maharaj was so a nice devotee that Bhrigu descendants are helping him near Narmada river, they say. He's performing near Narmada. Maybe this Narmada or in heavenly planets Narmada, I don't know. So Bhrigu Krucha, that's a place called Bhrigu's area, where the sacrifice he went. As soon as he went to the sacrifice, because Brahmana can come, everybody there, their effulgence was diminished, because Lord is so effulgent. As soon as they come, just like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to this Mayavadas, he shows his effulgence. So showing that you are worshipping my effulgence, you are not worshipping me. So he shows his effulgence. That's what all the Mayavada sannyasis become bewildered. Like that, Lord shows his effulgence. It's a powerful personality. So everybody can get attracted to the Lord. Why devotees are attracted to the Lord? Because Lord is so attractive. In the form as well as in this character also. The way he looks at the devotee, Suhrudam Sarvabhutanam. Lord never takes anything offense. He will always see like a mother. How mother sees the child, like that. So he goes there, and as soon as goes there, as usual, they wash his feet, takes the water. So in that context, there is a very beautiful verse. What is the Charnamrita's effect? This is 8:18-28 sloka. Tadpada saucham jana kalmashapaham sadharma vinmruddhi adadhat Sumangalam yaddeva devo girishas chandra mauli dadhara murdna paraya cha bhaktya. This is about the water which is coming out of the Lord's lotus feet. If somebody honors the water coming out of the lotus feet of the Lord, they're all kalmashapaham, they're all sinful reactions washes away. See, generally I was telling, I was born and brought up in Sri Vaishnava family. We have been so many traditions and all. They used to give tirtha, we used to take, but there was no person explained the effects of this tirtha. Tirtham was given, but what is the benefit? What we get out of that? Srila Prabhupada has made this Charnamrita as a part of our daily ritual. If you miss one day Charnamrita, that means you are missing so many things. So you see, continuously we have to endeavor to remove our kalmashas. Because continuously we are making, like Asti Snana. After that you just start making. So our only hope is Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise we cannot go back to Lord. So every day little cleaning. After so many lives we may get cleaned. But Prabhupada assured that if somebody helps my movement, I will take them back to Lord. So we cannot alone go back to the Lord, even with all these weapons with us, because this particular Kalir dosha nidhe Rajan, it is full of doshas. Even in devotional service also, there are a lot of doshas we commit, knowingly, unknowingly. But these Bhagavatam instructions, if somebody really takes up, if you read and takes up some of the instructions, then you will understand what kind of doshas you are committing, and you try to avoid the dosha, but still forces are there in the body, it will make you to do, but still all these things are nullified by doing a little service to pure devotee. Little satisfaction. Pure devotee satisfaction is the basic crux in our daily endeavor. So it says Lord Shiva, that's the best of the demigods, who carries on his forehead the emblem of the moon, receives his head with the great devotion the Ganges water emanating from the toy of Lord Vishnu. Then after that he generally, kings what they will do, they ask, you want anything? Ask. Oh Brahmana, you came to my house is sanctified, you ask whatever you want, I can give. I am ruling these three worlds, I will give whatever you want. So in this context, this is after Bali Maharaj asked this, then Lord shows him, after he gave 3 steps from his Kamandala, worshipped and gave. In that context, Lord has increased his body. As soon as Bali Maharaj gave 3 steps, he increases his body. He shows another Vishwarupa to Bali Maharaj, all the demons there. And nothing, then it shows, in that context Prabhupada gives, nothing we can give it to Lord. This very beautiful shloka. Yeah. Of course, I'll continue and tell that. You remind me. Time is not. Okay, so then he asks what 3 steps he asks. He asks 3 steps you give me. I'll read the sloka. He says, Tasmat Tvatto Mahim Ishad Vruneham Varadarshbat Padani Trin Daityendra Samatini Pada Mama. He is asking, Trin Pada Mama. My measurement, 3 steps of my measurement I need. This is what he asks. Then immediately Bhagavatam says, you are a Brahmana, but you are a small Brahmana with limited intelligence. I can give you whatever you want. I can give so many sapta, samudras, all these things I am ruling. Everything I can give. But you are asking 3 steps. Why are you doing that? You are a less intelligent person. Then Bhagavan says, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, of course it is, it says personality God, it says, oh my dear king, even the entirely or whatever there may be within the 3 worlds to satisfy one's senses cannot satisfy a person whose senses are uncontrolled. So a person whose senses are uncontrolled, he cannot be satisfied. Here he gives one very good instruction. Edruchayo papapanna santushta vartate sukham nashantastu tribhir lokair ajita atma upasaditaha. One should be satisfied with whatever he achieves by his previous destiny, for discontent can never bring happiness. So the same thing. So the full knowledge, a person having full knowledge, the characteristic of a person having full knowledge explained in 4th chapter, right? The characteristic, one of the characteristic is edrucha lava santushto. According to our past deeds, according to our kala, according to our karma, you will be supplied by the 3 modes of nature. If you are not satisfied with that, so then you can never become a yogi. You have to satisfy whatever you get. But we see, these are all the principles we should practice. Generally, we will never practice this kind of principles. We hear and forget. Hear, forget. We never satisfy all these things. Because our nature is fully dominant. I mean, 3 modes are 3 modes. So, ashram is the place we can really practice this. But Lord also merciful. He has given this kind of a situation to us. We no need to practice this. Srila Prabhupada has to bless us. Then Lord says all these things. After that, Bali Maharaj says, okay, you want only 3 steps, right? I'll give. As soon as he says this, Sukracharya comes into picture. Hey, you fool! What are you doing? The person in front of you is not the dwarf Brahmana. He is Lord History himself. He has come here. What and all he will do, we don't know. He will ask 3 steps. He will take away everything. All these things, whatever opulence you have, everything he will take away and he will give it to Indra. And he quotes so many Dharma Shastra rules. A person who is about to, if his life is danger, he can lie. Because he already told, I will give 3 steps. So now he cannot go back. Then he gives so many refuting statements. Shukracharya gives so many things. And Dharma platform, you can do. You can refute, you can refuse this, whatever you gave. For anybody, if you have any danger to his life, you can refuse. Like that he says, many statements he says. He says in a flattering a woman, you can tell some lie. Like that he says. There is a sloka in this. You don't have time. I'm sorry. So then, you see, the greatness of a personality measured when any tough time comes up, any crucial time comes up, how he behaves, how he reacts. So that then he says, or Varimara says, Naham bibemi niryan nadayat asukarma vatna sthana chavavan mrityor yata vipra pralambhanat. Same thing. Like in it says, I do not fear hell. Naham bibemi nirayan. Nirayan means hellish condition. So I don't believe, I don't fear about hell. I don't fear about poverty. I don't fear about ocean of distress. I don't fear about fall down from my position or even death itself, as much as I fear cheating Brahmana. So cheating Brahmana is very important point for us. Cheating Brahmana in the sense, we generally simply say cheating propensity in every one of the people. It's common because they don't know the consequences of cheating. In next context, I'll explain you about this aspect. So, and he quotes he quotes Dadichi. He gave his life for the betterment of the people. Sibi Chakravarti, he quotes, Sheha kurvanti bhutanam sadavo dushyaja subihi dadyan sibi prabhrutyayaha ko vikalpo dharadishu. So he quotes the greatest personality. So then Sukracharya gets so much angry. He curses Bali Chakravarti. You will lose all your opulences. Even he curses, you see, Shukadeva Goswami says, after he curses also, his guru, own guru, curses also, Bal Chakravarti was fully determined to serve Vishnu. So this is the reason devotees association is very important. Bal Chakravarti is a grandson of whom? Prahlad Maharaj. So obviously the preachings of determination on Vishnu, he would have heard from his grandfather. So he imbibed that essence. Essence is to surrender to Krishna. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja ham tvam sarva papebhyam. Surrender to Krishna is the ultimate goal of life. So he not only heard, he actually imbibed these qualities. When a Vaishnava who practices the principles, if he says, obviously that will go and impact unto the Jiva. Yesterday somebody was telling, why don't we put security and give Hare Krishna Mahamantra to each and everybody? That also okay. But a devotee personally serving the Nama Prabhu is a different thing totally. Because he is practicing the same, whatever purity, a 0%, 0.000, whatever purity. So this will actually impact the others. So personal service to the Lord, it's always important. So he imbibed those things. Then he takes away from his Kamandala water, and he and Vindhyavali, his wife, both worships Lord Vamana and washes his hand then they gave the boon to Lord Vamana. Take these steps. As soon as they gave the boon, Ladna, Tadvamanam Rupam Avardhata Bhutam Hare Anantasya Guna Trayatmakad Buhi Kham Disodhor Vivaraha Payodayaha Thiryan Rudeva Rushaya Yad Asata. That's all. Lord is began increasing his body. What and all he is doing? How he is increasing? He increased his body in such a way that the entire universe is visible within the body. And all the planetary systems are there. Everything is, everything holds, all the things are covered. Including Sapta Rishis, everything is colored. And everything he covered, everything is spread. Then he says, I asked you 3 steps. With the first step, I covered whole Bhuloka, and with another step, I covered everything, Swarloka. Now, where I can keep third step? There is no place to keep. So, because you told 3 steps, but you couldn't give 3 steps, only you gave 2 steps, so you are going to go to hell. O King of the demons, you have promised me to give 3 steps of land, but I have occupied the entire universe. Now think about where should I put my third step. As far as sun, moon, shine, and stars, as far as clouds and land throughout the universe, everything is covered. Where I can give third step? One step I have covered the Bhurloka and with my body, and I have occupied entire sky in all the directions. And my second step, I occupied the upper planetary systems. Where can I? Because you have unable to give me the charity according to your promise, the rule is that you should go to and live in the hellish planets. Therefore, in accordance with the order of Shukracharya, your spiritual master, now you have to go and live there. Hellish planet. Hellish planets are not Bhuloka, Patal Lokas. Hellish planets are separate, just like, island. So, but devotee will never afraid of hellish planets. Narayana Paravekta Nakutastha Nabibhyati Swargapa Varga Narakeshu Keshwapi Tulyartha Darshinaha. As long as he remembers Narayana, he will not worry it. Here, when he says that I was telling, Bali Maharaj wanted to give charity to Vamana Deva, but the Lord expanded his body in such a way that he showed Bali Maharaj that everything in the universe is already in his body. Actually, no one can give anything to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for he is full of everything. Generally, devotees, we think we have done this, that, and all. We cannot do anything. Sometimes we see a devotee offering Ganges water to the Ganges. After taking his bath in the Ganges, a devotee takes a palmful of water and offers it back to the Ganges. Actually, one takes a palmful of water of Ganges offer to the Ganges. Ganges doesn't lose anything or gain anything. And similarly, if a devotee offers a palmful of water of Ganges, the Ganges does not increase anyway. But by such offering, the devotee becomes celebrated as a devotee of the Mother Ganges. Similarly, when we offer anything with devotion and faith, what we offer does not belong to Lord, nor does it enrich the opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But if one offers whatever he has in his possession, he becomes a recognized devotee. In this regard, the example is given that when one face is decorated in the mirror with garland and sandal pulp, the reflection of his face in the mirror automatically beautifies. So the original source of everything is Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we decorate Supreme Personality of Godhead, the devotee, all the living entities are also decorated automatically. When you satisfy the Lord, automatically everybody will be satisfied. Now, Bali Maharaj starts. Vamana Deva asks third step, Bali Maharaj starts. See, before that, what happens? All the Sainya of Bali Maharaj saw that Bali Maharaj was cheated in a physical sense it is cheated. So they wanted to take revenge on Lord Vishnu. They started fighting with the Vishnu. So all the Vishnu's Shaktis, all the Garuda Dev, all the Nanda, Sunanda, all these people fought with them. See, in another context, Prabhupada in the conversation says, all these demons, whoever wanted to kill the Lord or whoever wanted to destroy the Lord, no, they were born in this age as demons. Especially those people who actually consecrated all the temples, no, who actually destroyed all the temples. All the leaders, they born in this age as Rakshasas. So they have been given, actually names also been given in some Puranas. All these kings, no, Mohammedan kings and all these people are, these Rakshasas have come. Like Aurangzeb and all. There are Rakshasas who were with Bali Maharaj, associates. So Bali Maharaj says, Yadi uttama shloka bhavan mameritam vacho velikam suravarya manyate karomi rutam tan na bhavet pralambhanan padam tritam kurushishra jijam. Bali Maharaj said, O best of the personality of Godhead, most worshipable of all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matters to make it truthful. I cannot allow my promise to be false. Please therefore place your third lotus feet on my head. He says, just keep lotus feet on my head. So these are all very... Although a father, mother, brother, Bali Maharaj is saying, although a father, mother, brother or friend may sometimes punish one as a well-wisher, they never punish their subordinate like this. But because you are the most worshipful Lord, I regard the punishment you have given me as most exalted. Generally, for us some punishment is given, either by material energy or by the authority or something. That's all you become, why? I am targeted, we think. See, all are targeting me, we think. But here if you see, so that time, why I brought that point, that time Garuda Dev, by Varuna snakes, he just ties Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj is fully tied. See, so much, if a material sense, if you see, this is the most highest disgrace, highest, Vamana to Bali Maharaj. But still, he was totally different from the body. He's not thinking about that. He's always focusing and determines Ahaituki Apratyata. He focuses on Lord Vishnu. The same statement was given by Sukracharya. So devotees will never get into this disgrace, this problem, that problem, this problem. I have to do this, I have to do that. No, they will not get into. So see, I have some problem, this problem, I cannot go. So they will be continuously thinking how to serve. Tatte anukampam susamikshamana bunjana evatma krutam patam Vapurbhir vidadhan namaste jiveta yo mukti pade sa dayabhak. So one who seeks your compassion and thus tolerates all kinds of adverse conditions due to karma of these past deeds, who engages always in your devotional service with his mind, word and body, and who always offers obeisances to you, certainly bona fide candidate for liberation. So like this Bali Maharaj, even though he was so much punished, every step he saw there is a real cheating was done, but he knows the most supreme personality of Godhead, who protected his grandfather, cannot put him in trouble. Whatever he does is for his goodness. So then Prahlad Maharaj came into the picture that time. That is a situation. Then Prahlad Maharaj praised the Lord. My Lord, my grandson supposed to surrender you, but he was going because of ignorance, because of material opulence. See here, even a saintly person becomes deviated by the material opulence. That's what Lord will not give material opulence to a devotee. He will take away all the material opulence. What is the sloka? Huh? Yeah. So that sloka I don't remember. Tasyaham anugrahnani. So this is Yudhishthira Maharaj. Krishna says, so first of all, first installment, I will remove his material opulences. So Lord will first, he will actually remove our material opulences. So that is the reason always you should be under the direction of the Acharya, under the direction of his subordinates, his control authorities, so that you will not be misled. Otherwise, we go out of our own vision. That means it is material energy's dictation. As soon as you go to material energy's dictation, material energy always wants to put us into material bondage. Actually, we are into a big scam. We are into a big scam. How we, as soon as you start thinking about you are a body because of illusion, you are into a scam. This whole material energy is puts us into a big scam, big illusion. So this illusionary energy always makes you think, I am this body, I am this person, I am this person, I am so and so devotee, I am so and so personality, I am so well and so good. So this everything, it actually hypnotize you in such a way that your material qualities will increase and you become more and puffed up and commit the Vaishnava offenses. So that is the reason always you should test yourself. Am I going in a right direction? Always ask senior devotees, is this okay? Take guidance from a Vaishnava. Because our ego is so strong that this ego will definitely give you a wrong direction. So always you approach a senior Vaishnava. And in this context, it is said, Bhudevi, Bhubhara means if a person lying, especially here Sukracharya says, you just forgo this, don't worry. Then Bali Maharaj says, if I forgo, that means a lying. So Bhudevi, I heard, Bhudevi is dissatisfied if somebody, for Bhudevi the heaviness is not the human beings or a praja. So heaviness is not this hills. So heaviness is not that. Heaviness is somebody lies. So lying. Generally it is very common in this world. For every small things we lie. Small things. So this is very common in this world. So these are all some very important principles we have to imbibe. And these principles imbibe in the sense you don't need to try for the principles. If you sincerely depend and chant Harinama and depends and to serve Srila Prabhupada, all these qualities you will get it. So everything comes back to our desire to serve Srila Prabhupada. If we have a missionary spirit, it will serve Srila Prabhupada so that his movement will be, whereas every day we sing Tribhuvane. Tribhuvane, forget. At least nearby places of our temple, if you can preach Srila Prabhupada movement. Your asha is big, but if you can do a little bit here, that is a great service to Prabhupada. Prabhupada always wants his book distribution to be done, his Nama, Harinama should be given, and especially easiest way to serve Srila Prabhupada is to just give as many as people this Harinama. Easiest way. You may ask book, they have to have money to buy the book. If they don't have money, they cannot buy. If you give Harinama, their whole sinful tendency will go away. They only can come and buy the books. So try to spread this Harinama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, as much as possible. This is not a delegation work. This is not a delegation service. Delegation service also can be done. Tell your subordinate to go and give everything, all those things done. Delegation when you have to do is when you are totally purified, you become a pure devotee. This has to be done personally for the pleasure of Tat Priyartham, for the pleasure of Sri Radha-Gokulananda. Daily we should do little. Spread the Harinama. That will definitely reflect in your purification of your conscience. Ultimately purify your conscience, and you should understand you are not belong to this place, you are a foreigner, you came here and very soon you will go back. When you go back, what and all you have acquired here, a woman and all you have seen, nobody will be in touch with you, including your body is also gone. You continuously should be having, a devotee should have continuously this kind of perspective. You are not going to stay. Any moment, death can come. Any moment. Yesterday I was hearing some 2 boys from KDM, 2 or 3 boys, a 10th class pass. So they were all going, and while coming back, they were very little fast. They are coming in a bike, maybe around 70-80 kilometers per hour. They came and hit, there is a lorry parked here. They hit the lorry, and they were explaining, one boy head became pieces, full pieces. They were never expected. They went to a marriage, attended marriage, nicely had fun, and in a Josh, very nice, this, that, that. 2 friends are coming in a bike. They were offered come in a car, but they didn't come. The time is like that. And they reached almost their house. Before reaching, they got into accident. And one more miserable thing to hear is, his father and mother is just behind them in car. His father and mother were coming in car. Both the families next to houses, all are coming in car. These 2 boys have come in bike. They could see here misery is, one person died is misery, other person who are all there, for them also misery. So this place is full of miserable place. We should recognize, because in day-to-day activities we forget the principles. So I am doing service. Yes, you are doing service, but consciously you should be detached to the service. Chetasa sarva karmana. All these things are Krishna's, and we don't know. Today I am there, any minute I can go. There is no surety in this world. So always be in a detached mood, you should serve Lordships. And Lord generally protects every one of us. But nevertheless, we should not have any confidence in this world. This world is full of miserable situation. So by hearing these pastimes of Bali Maharaj and his pastimes, hearing these pastimes, and that the way they sacrificed everything to the Lord, and what we are doing is nothing. It's almost not even 0%, nothing. What and all Bali Maharaj, what is his position? He is an Indra, and he was asked to give everything. He gave everything to the Lord. And after giving everything also he was punished. How much tolerant we should be. Now if whatever you want we don't give you, then immediately you will go out of ashram. Go out of that position. Say for example, salary at 1 month stop kar diya salary, 2 months stop kar diya salary. That's what, he may be very John Jigari for us. He will leave you. Some inconvenience to us immediately makes us get out of this. There is no point of tolerance at all. The inconvenience is not caused by a person. Inconvenience is caused by your karma. It is not by any person. It is by your prarabdha karma, the inconvenience and avamana, all things caused. So please take it and see these exalted personalities after being cursed by the spiritual master, still he is determined, and after being preached by his spiritual master, you are a fool, and after being given so many refutations not to give the boon, still the principle of Tadvishno Paramam Padam is strongly went into the mind of Bali Maharaj. That's the reason, as I told, Bali Maharaj is glorified because of his sacrifice, not only sacrifice, because of his because of his conscious, exalted conscious. Lord one way is testing him. Of course, after that, Bali Maharaj was put into below. So next chapter it says, Bali Maharaj was pressed by the Lord to the Sutala Loka, and Lord has given a boon to him that he will always be as a doorkeeper of the Sutala planet. And it said that Sutala planet is not a simple planet, it was very highly opulent planet. So it's called Bila Swarga. It is more than Swarga, seems. So many opulent, so many opulent things are there. So Lord, so if somebody gives something to the Lord, they are not going to be the losers, they will be the gainers, full gainers. Hari means Lord removes your miseries. So how he removes miseries? By removing your material attachment, he will remove the miseries. Lord Hari removes our material attachments, material opulence. By the way, he will make you free from these attachments. So Bali Maharaj is very exalted character. So these chapters, if possible, you read all the translations and you will see the lot of information in that. We cannot cover in half an hour, but somehow something we discussed about Vamana Dev and Bali Maharaj. So it is glory. So with this I will stop. Any questions, comments? Yes.
Set order. Indra is supposed to be the king of Swargaloka. Looks like Bali Maharaj going against the set order of the Lord.
No, here power